famous casino heists and the criminal minds behind them. A story not just of games and luck, but of masterminds, high-stakes deception, and fortunes stolen in plain sight. Casinos, the places where people can win, lose, or have their entire fate rewritten by the odds. But have you ever wondered how these glittering empires really work? Games like roulette, poker, slot machines, and baccarat aren't just about fun. They're precision-built experiences, carefully crafted businesses that run on mathematics, psychology, and an ever-present edge. That edge? It's called the house advantage, a quiet force that ensures the casino always wins in the long run. But while casinos are designed to protect the house, history tells another story, one where the bold, the brilliant, and the dangerously clever have managed to bend the system. Because behind the neon lights and rolling dice lie some of the most daring heists ever attempted. And these weren't just petty thieves, these were tacticians, minds who studied security systems, human behavior, and took risks most wouldn't even dream of. Today, we will be exploring the most notorious casino heists in history and the masterminds who carried them out. So stay hooked with us. While we are talking about casino heists, we should be talking about the Stardust Casino Skim of 1992. The Stardust Resort and Casino operated in Las Vegas, Nevada from 1958 to 2006. The Stardust opened as one of the largest hotels and casinos in Las Vegas, an elite city where money flows freely. But some criminals figured out how to make it disappear. In September 22nd, 1992, a man named Bill Brennan, a sportsbook cashier who had been working there for a long time, had a good reputation among managers and did not arouse suspicion among security personnel. On that significant date, instead of following his regular duties, Barron stuffed a bag with over $500,000 in cash and casino chips, a mix of money taken from wagers and casino reserves. Walking out of the front door, never to be seen again. No guns, no masks, just a man who knew the system better than the system knew itself. At the time, casino security was less advanced than today, with limited surveillance and background checks for employees. You see, as a sportsbook cashier, Brennan had access to large amounts of cash daily, making it easier for him to take the money without raising immediate red flags. As soon the authorities suspected a foul play, they immediately raised an alert. There was no hint of where Brennan might have gone. What's more, it turns out he has virtually no relatives. Richard Saber, the sweepstake manager, and a colleague of Bill suspects one of his client that he didn't like, as he was a dark man. Also, some think of Barron might have been blackmailed by elite mafias and forced to steal money and then killed to get rid of a witness and not share a share with him. Thus, Brennan remains on the FBI's most unsolved list to this day. His fate is unknown. Now, if you love thrilling heist stories like this, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a story. Looking up to further cases, the second most intensive casino heist was the Circus heist in 1993. In October 1993, a woman named Heather Talchief and her boyfriend, who was convicted murderer and prison poet Roberto Solis, pulled off one of the most daring inside jobs in casino history. Back then, Talchief was a newly hired armored truck driver for Loomis, an armored security company responsible for transporting money to Las Vegas casinos. She was supposed to deliver $3.1 million in cash to the Circus Casino in Las Vegas. At that certain date, as the crew handled a routine cash delivery, Tall Chief was left alone in the truck, her moment of opportunity. Seizing it without hesitation, she and Solis vanished into the wind, fleeing the U.S. with a fortune in cold, hard cash, their sights set on a new life in Europe. Though, for 12 years, they lived in secrecy, until Tall Chief surrendered in 2005 to the U.S. District Court in L.A. Her lawyer accused her boyfriend in the heist, brainwashed her into participating. At present, Roberto Solis is 60 and is still a fugitive on the FBI's most wanted list. Though some heists rely on planning, others rely on sheer audacity. Tony Carleo, a gambling addict and the son of a Las Vegas judge, went for the latter. On December 14th, 2010, he stormed into the Bellagio wearing a motorcycle helmet, pulled out a handgun, and walked straight to a high-stakes craps table and snatched $1.5 million in chips. Police spokesman Lieutenant Clint Nichols stated, "The entire action took less than 3 minutes. It happened about as quick as he can do it." Chilling surveillance images capture the suspect, a white male, cloaked in black from head to toe, his identity concealed beneath a stark, white, full-face motorcycle helmet. But after some of months later, he tried to sell the stolen high-value chips online under the alias Biker Bandit, as some of you know this incident as the Bellagio Biker Bandit of 2010, which was considered as his greatest mistake. Selling those chips online could easily uncover his identity and tracked him down. Authorities apprehended him in early 2011. In a tense courtroom showdown, he confessed to his crimes and faced a harsh fate, a prison sentence ranging from 9 to 27 years. Next, entering into the 2000 era, when banks and casinos weren't just robbed with guns and bags of cash anymore. A team of Serbian and Hungarian criminals, 2 men and a woman, cracked the code to one of London's most elite gambling dens, the Ritz Casino, London. They used laser scanners concealed inside their mobile phones to measure the speed of the roulette wheel and the movement of the ball after it was spun. If some of you don't know, the roulette is a little wheel invented by Blaise Pascal, a French mathematician, in 1655, while attempting to create a perpetual motion machine. If the ball potted into your desired number of the spinning wheel, you'll get to win the bet. The laser scanners they used to heist was instantly fed into a computer program that used advanced probability calculations to predict the winning numbers. On the contrary, the first night, they won £100,000. And the second night, they won an additional £1.2 million. But after a certain time, when casino staffs noted their unusual betting pattern and extraordinary success, the gamblers were detained by London police on suspicion of fraud. Now you might think they were sentenced a mere punishment. But here's the catch. At the time, no laws existed against using laser technology to analyze roulette wheels. Since the players never tampered with the wheel or manipulated the game, their strategy remained technically within legal bounds. The gamblers were released without charges, and the casino never recovered the money, as there was no legal basis to confiscate it. Later, the UK Gambling Commission later introduced stricter regulations to prevent similar exploits in the future, as it recognized as the Ritz London Casino high-tech heist at that time. Later on, another heist held in 2013, the Crown Casino security hack. The Crown Casino in Melbourne, Australia, became the target of one of the most sophisticated casino heists in history. Draped in sophistication, a high-stakes gambler strode into Crown Casino's elite VIP lounge, where fortunes changed with the flip of a card. The casino embraced him like royalty, granting him an opulent private villa, an exclusive privilege reserved for only the most daring and deep-pocketed players. But little did they know, he wasn't just a wealthy gambler. He was part of a carefully orchestrated scheme that would leave the casino short by 32 million Australian dollars, which is about 20 million US dollars. The gambler had an inside accomplice who accessed the security cameras to relay real-time information about dealer movements and card hands, which was a masterclass in digital espionage. From afar, the hacker monitored every card, shuffle, and deal in real time, feeding the high roller an almost supernatural edge. Armed with godlike knowledge, the gambler placed bold, calculated bets, winning with uncanny precision. The casino, unaware of the scam, dismissed his streak as mere luck. But in the world of high-stakes gambling, a winning streak that defies logic is bound to raise eyebrows. Casino security eventually grew suspicious of the players' eerily perfect bets and launched an internal investigation. The casino eventually caught the hacker accomplice and quickly escorted out and banned for life. Meanwhile, they never revealed Internal's identity as Crown Casino handled the situation discreetly to avoid public scandal. Lastly, let's get moved to our last exploration of the mastermind of casino heists. From the late 1970s to the early 2000s, a group of MIT students used card counting and team play to drain casinos of millions. The MIT blackjack team, a secretive group of brilliant students and former prodigies from MIT, Harvard, and other elite universities, mastered the art of card counting and advanced strategies. With precision and intellect, they infiltrated casinos worldwide, turning the game of blackjack into their personal goldmine. The team and its successors operated successfully from 1979 through the beginning of the 21st century. Since the early 1960s, a wave of card-counting techniques has surfaced, forcing casinos to tweak their rules in a relentless battle against advantage players. Low cards spell trouble, while high cards bring fortune. And a skilled counter, armed with this knowledge, can anticipate the moment the odds tilt in their favor. With every shuffle, every deal, and every bet, the game becomes a silent war between gambler and house, where only the sharpest minds survive. In the 1990s, the MIT blackjack team unleashed their brilliance on casinos from Las Vegas to Atlantic City and even across Europe. With razor-sharp strategy and fearless execution, they bled the house dry, amassing a staggering fortune of over $20 million. The team's recruitment was a covert operation, drawing in fresh talent through discreet flyers and trusted college connections. New recruits underwent grueling training, weeks or even months of mastering the craft. First on MIT's campus, then in the smoky back rooms of Boston's Chinatown. The MIT team's approach was originally developed by Al Francesco, elected by professional gamblers as one of the original 7 inductees into the Blackjack Hall of Fame. Only after proving their skills would they graduate to the high-stakes battlefield of Vegas, starting as cash couriers, mere mules, before climbing the ranks to become full-fledged casino predators. But however, in case you haven't forget, there are always hunters ready for a predator. This intelligent hunters also caught after some time and herd to band for the lifetime. From cunning insiders to digital sorcery, casino heists have shape-shifted through the years. Yet one truth endures: where fortunes flow, masterminds lurk, forever hunting the ultimate jackpot, as it's always been, and flowing river of the elite's black money, to keep and make them white. Keep in touch with us until we get back to you with new reports and researches again. And let us know which of these heists surprised you the most. Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more high-stakes crime stories.